Hey everybody, we are teaching Vermillion, the oil painting app for VR. And this time it's all about the oval brush, the only really round brush other than the actual round brush for us to really paint with. And this is the big one, so we're going to switch to our headset view and grab it from the rack. There is our glorious rack, and there it is, the 1-inch oval brush. Now this guy, you'll see, it's oval. It's a brush. What more can you say? I guess we'll switch back to the headset and find out. Yeah, there's an oval looking brush. Now the 1-inch oval does come in 2 flavors. So if I move my controller up and down, no size change. But left and right, if you look closely, you can see there's a subtle color change. The paler brush is the smooth 1-inch oval. The darker brush is the bristle 1-inch oval. And that basically determines how visible are the brushes in the brush stroke. So the smoother one will give you a smoother coloration, smoother blend. The bristly one will let you see the brush strokes a little more. I'm going to start with the smooth version. Now it's a large brush, so it will hold a lot of paint. So I'm going to slap on some paint here and put in some nice blobby shape. Now one thing about the oval brush, with your flat brush, you're always going to have these flat edges in it, no matter how you paint. Whether you do it long ways or even moving it around, you're going to see that shape. With a round brush, we can go for more round natural shapes without it being quite so obvious. Smoother, more natural. Even if I start to blend colors, let's go in here. You can see how I can give this nice tight pattern, get a nice smooth blend going using this oval brush. Things like clouds, trees, that type of thing. I'm going to go with a little more blue here and really deepen up these colors. But with the oval brush, I can keep those blends very smooth, keep it feeling very natural. There we go. So as you can see, the oval brush gives you much tighter, smoother blending for more natural shapes. Not only that, but if I go in with just the tip, the term stipple, you can see I've got that oval shape coming through. So I can use that for things like leaf and cloud patterns, anything that's going to use that type of more natural shape. The flat brushes give it to me in bars. The fan brush gives me tight little clusters. The oval brush opens it up to a more circular shape, so I can go in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to an upper layer and get a much brighter green and go in and stipple to get those leaf patterns, but much more rounder natural. Going a little crazy here, but you see what I mean about getting a much smoother, more natural pattern rather than the bars from a flat brush. As all brushes, it'll show you visibly in the tip what color and how much paint you have. You can, if you're careful, get more than one color loaded on the brush at a time. You can see how I've got 2 colors going at once. So when you paint, it does a natural blending right on the page. Tricks with our oval brush. We can blend in more natural patterns. Now this one is also used with our hand stabilizer, the B button. So if I'm really trying to get natural lines and curves, I can use the B button to smooth the brush down, slow it down, get those tighter, more rounded curves and things. The oval brush giving me a little more control, a much more useful shape, depending on what I'm trying to paint. It's a larger brush, so it'll hold a lot of paint. Not forever, so if you keep painting, you can see it does start to lose paint on the brush. But it's a great tool, especially if you're doing much more naturalistic, smooth, round contours. I hope this helps. Let me know if you have questions in the comments below. YouTube.com/shamelessmayhem is all of our tutorials. These are specifically for Vermillion, the oil painting app in virtual reality. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you next time. More tree.